Hi everyone, I'm going to make an original page in my dictionary volume book, and I'm doing only one side this time, not a double spread, and I want some collaged background, and I wanted a little bit vintagey and basically all kinds of light brown colors. So I raided all my stashes and took out whatever I thought would fit the bill. And sometimes that's how you are going when you need something. You just take out from all your stashes what you think will work, and you start playing with it. So that's the things that I've took out, and I'm going to start just by gluing down this on my whole page, so I don't have to worry about blank spaces. It's just easier when you're doing collage to have something in the background, if it's paint or a large piece that you can work with. And let's see, haven't trimmed it yet. Maybe I'll put it here, and it will be easier to trim it to size before I'm gluing it. And I don't care if it's a little bit off, because after it will dry, I'll just trim the excess. Right now I just want to lay down the start of my page. So a lot of glue here going. I'm using regular white glue, and the noise you are hearing is the parchment paper I've put down below, so to protect the page that I've got there. I don't want the glue to stick to it, to spill there and stick. So for now I've got the parchment paper. When I'm working on a book as an art journal, I'm gluing most of the time it would be something like 3 pages together, so I will have something nice to work on. But you need to see, whatever book you're using, you need to see the quality of your paper. Sometimes 2 is enough, sometimes it's 3, and sometimes it's 4. Do whatever you think will be good for you to work on, especially if you are using a lot of wet media on your on your projects. So here we go, starting cutting pieces. Don't quite know yet how it's going to work. Just cutting down pieces. Again, I'm going outside of the page, and I'm gonna trim later. Let's see. So you see, I'm just gluing down pieces, and let's hope something interesting will emerge from this background. Let's see, what else do I have? Another piece of the same paper that I'm going to put here. Let's see. Sometimes I'm lazy and I'm using this paper trimmer, especially if I want something straight and not crooked. And still I managed to watch it. Okay. Some kind of a page from a ledger that I got from Nina. I hope I'm in frame. It's a little bit crowded here as usual on my table. I'm going to leave this image to show, and this image I really like it, these two, so I'm not going to cover them. I'm going to work a little bit around them. Don't know if you can see it, but I'm not going all the way to the seam. It's just it's really difficult afterwards to close your art journal, book, whatever. So I'm avoiding reaching all the way to the seam. So as you can see, I'm just using whatever I've got here, and let's take, I've got this book pages. It's not antique, it's just old. And this, it was a pocket book, I think Sidney Sheldon, yeah. And it was, I've bought it second-hand when I was a teenager. Since then it traveled a lot and seen water damage, so that's why it looks this old and brown. It's so old, so the paper is a little bit brittle, so now I'm just using scissors to trim. So I think I want some kind of another paper, some more elements here, vintagey elements. So I'm going to look for something more and I'll come back. I'm back, found a little bit more pieces to play around on my background, and I'm just putting more glue, and I've got some washi tape that is awful and lost its adhesive, but still I can play with it here, so it's good that I've kept it. We don't throw anything. Here we go. Good enough for me. And here you just keep building up until you are satisfied with the result. There are no rules for this kind of background. And here I've got all kinds of leftovers from another project, vintage project that I've done, and you can tell this is the top of the 12 by 12 paper packs, but as you see I kept it because you can still use it. Just adding another interesting piece. Yeah. No, I'll leave it be. I want, now that I'm looking at my page, I want another piece of music sheet somewhere here on my page, so yeah, and just another one. You never know what you want to use. That's why I'm taking out almost everything that can work and then deciding what to use. Yeah. I really like it. I'm going to leave it be, I think. Yeah, no need to add. No, I'm leaving it as is. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to move to the next layer. I'll be back. I'm back. I thought about toning everything down with diluted gesso, but then I thought I want something else. I don't want gesso here, and I'm going to instead glue down this napkin, and it corresponds with the colors that I already have, and I think it will just bring everything together. So I'm just going to make sure I've got glue all over my page. Again, most of it is not dry yet, so I'm just making sure that I do have glue everywhere. And then I'm going to put down the napkin, and I hope then it will be more interesting. And let's see. I'll trim later the excess. Right now I'm just laying it down, and it's kind of a mess. And let's take something bigger just so you won't have to wait for a long time. And now I'm hoping all this glue will work and my paper napkin will turn a little bit transparent. Let's hope for the best, that I didn't ruin the collage background that I had. Kind of a mess right now, and everything is wet, so it's a little bit difficult to see what's happening here. But basically I think it's working. Yeah, so I'm going to wait for everything to dry and then I'll come back. I'm back. So I've cut this image out of a wallpaper sample, and I haven't glued it yet because I want to make it a little bit more noticeable on my background. And I'm going to ink around the edges with this Distress Ink Peacock Feather by Tim Holtz. Got it from Elaine. She knows we don't have here Tim Holtz. So I'm just going to go over the edges of my focal image very gently. Doesn't have to be too much. So you see I just adding a little bit of to the whole thing, so it be a little bit more noticeable, my focal image. And I really like the combination of this kind of light blue or turquoise with the browns, so that's what I'm trying to do right now. And I've stained a little bit where I shouldn't have, but what the heck, we'll live with it. Maybe I'll go in with some, maybe I'll try, let's see, let's try with a paintbrush. So maybe a Q-tip. Do I have some Q-tips here? Yeah, let's try it, a Q-tip. That's more like it, and I'm more in control. Yeah. So I was thinking only going over the edges, but now I'm adding a little bit on the inside of my flower, just where I think it needs a little bit more color. I'm not going all over the lines, I'm just adding randomly where I think it needs a little bit more color. So basically this is it, and now I'm going to glue this down, and let's see. Don't care where the glue go. I've already had glue all over this page. Yeah. Here it is, my flower. I really like it, and I had some turquoise ribbon that maybe, yeah, I'm going to add this. I'm going to look for some words that I want here, and I'll be back. I'm back. So I've been looking for some word or words to put on my page, and I've decided on Tranquility, and I've just inked around the edges, and now I'm placing it here, and this is it. That's my page. A very simple one, I think, and I really like it. So this is it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving me comments below, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.